As you walk in obedience, remember that the journey ahead is not about perfection. It is not about doing everything right, or about having all the answers. It is about trusting God, taking each step with faith, and knowing that He will lead you to the place where you are meant to be. You are not defined by your past, by your mistakes, or by the challenges you have faced. You are defined by the purpose that God has placed on your life, and that purpose is unfolding now, in this moment. Now, more than ever, it is time to walk in peace and confidence. Trust in the divine timing of your journey. Trust that God has gone before you, preparing the way, and that He will continue to lead you step by step. Trust that as you walk in alignment with His will, He will provide for you, guide you, and protect you. So, chosen one, as you step into this new season, remember that you are exactly where you need to be. Trust the process. Walk in obedience. And above all, walk in peace. The secret code has been revealed, and now it is time for you to live it out. It is time to react, to align, and to trust that God will lead you to the fulfillment of your divine purpose. May you walk in peace, may you walk in confidence, and may you trust that everything is unfolding according to God's perfect plan. You are not alone. You are chosen. And your journey is just beginning. As you move forward, remember that you are walking in the fullness of God's plan for your life. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be. And as you walk in alignment with the divine will of God, you will begin to see the fruits of your obedience. You will begin to see the doors that were once closed begin to open. You will begin to see the clarity that you've been seeking unfold before your eyes. You will begin to feel the peace that comes from knowing that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. It is time to stop waiting for the perfect moment, for the right conditions, or for someone else's approval. The time is now. The secret code has been revealed. Your purpose has been activated. Now, it is up to you to step forward in faith, trusting that God will equip you for everything that lies ahead. Do not allow fear or doubt to hold you back. Do not allow the opinions of others to dictate your journey. The divine purpose that is unfolding in your life is not subject to the world's standards. It is subject only to God's plan, and that plan is perfect. So, I encourage you now, chosen one, to take the first step in this new chapter of your life. React to what has been revealed to you. Align your actions with the divine purpose that has been placed in your heart. Trust that as you move forward, peace and clarity will follow you. And know that with each step you take, you are not alone. God is with you, guiding you, and empowering you to fulfill the purpose that He has called you to. Obedience is the key to unlocking the next phase of your journey. Choosing to walk in obedience means that you trust God's timing over your own. You trust His plan even when you cannot see the full picture. You trust that every delay, every challenge, and every setback is part of the divine process of refinement that God is using to prepare you for the greatness ahead. In obedience, you surrender your own understanding and embrace the wisdom that comes from walking with God. And it is through this surrender that you will find true freedom, the freedom to live without fear, to live without anxiety, and to live without the need to control every outcome. So, as you stand at the threshold of this new season, I invite you to reflect on what you have just received. The secret code has been revealed, but now it is up to you to act on it. You must choose to step forward, to align your life with the divine purpose that has always been within you. You must trust that the steps you take, no matter how small they may seem, are leading you toward your destiny. And as you step forward, know that you are not doing it alone. God is walking with you every step of the way, guiding you, strengthening you, and showing you the way forward. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to take hold, and when the world's distractions threaten to pull you off course. But in those moments, remember the truth that has been revealed to you: you are chosen. You are called. You are divinely aligned with the purpose that God has for your life. You do not have to strive or force things to happen. You simply need to walk in obedience and trust that God will guide you every step of the way. The secret code has already been activated within you, and now, it is time to live it out. The world may try to tell you to wait, to sit still, to be content with what you have, but the truth is that God does not work in delay. He works in divine timing. And the time for you to step into your purpose has arrived. To react means to step into alignment with what has been revealed. It is not about forcing things, about trying to control the outcome, or about rushing the process. No, reacting is about moving in sync with the divine rhythm of your life. It is trusting that God's plan will unfold in His perfect timing, and that your obedience to Him is what makes the way clear. Your next steps, chosen one, may not be loud or dramatic. They may not involve grand gestures or public displays. In fact, the steps God is calling you to take may feel small, quiet, and personal. But these steps are no less important. They are the stepping stones that will guide you toward your ultimate purpose. Trust in the process. Trust in the path. You are not alone in this. God has already gone ahead of you, preparing the way, opening doors, and guiding you with His wisdom and understanding. As you move forward, remember that peace and clarity come when you choose to act in obedience. It's easy to become overwhelmed by fear, to hesitate, or to second-guess yourself, but when you are walking in alignment with God's will, peace will be your constant companion. You will know that you are on the right path because you will feel a deep sense of calm and assurance, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. This peace is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of God's assurance that you are exactly where you need to be. It's a peace that will anchor you when the storms of life arise, and it is a peace that will guide your every decision. So, chosen one, I urge you to embrace the activation of the secret code in your life. Let go of the need for validation from the world. Stop seeking approval from people who do not understand your calling. Trust in the silent, subtle instructions that God is giving you, and let them guide you to the life you were always meant to live. You are not here by accident. You are here because God has chosen you for this time, and the secret code within you is now ready to be fully activated. It's time to walk in your divine purpose. Now that the secret code has been revealed to you, chosen one, it's time to move from knowing into doing. The truth has been laid bare before your eyes, but it is not enough to simply recognize it. The next step, the most critical step, is to act on it. Reacting does not mean rushing, it does not mean panic, and it does not mean scrambling to fit into a mold that the world has built for you. Reacting is the quiet, confident response to God's call. It is aligning your actions with the revelation that has already taken root in your spirit. It is choosing to move forward, step by step, knowing that every decision you make in alignment with God's will moves you closer to the purpose He has for your life. You have always known that you were made for more. You have always felt that pull deep within your soul, the whisper that called you to something greater, to something beyond the ordinary. For so long, you might have questioned what that truly meant. You may have wondered if you were mistaken, if you were just imagining things, or if you were somehow wrong for desiring more. But now, the veil has been lifted, and you know the truth. This desire, this yearning, is not a mistake. It is the divine calling that has been upon your life since before you were born. The secret code has been activated. And now, it is time to act. And as you continue to walk in alignment with God's will, you will begin to see how the world's opinions and validations lose their power over you. You will stop seeking external approval, because you will know that the only validation that matters is the one that comes from God. You will stop comparing yourself to others, because you will understand that your journey is unique to you, and that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You will no longer be swayed by the noise of the world, because you will have found your peace in the quiet assurance that comes from walking in alignment with God's plan for your life. It is in this place of alignment that you will experience the final activation of the secret code. When you stop seeking validation from the world and start embracing your unique calling, when you trust in God's perfect timing and guidance, you will begin to see how everything in your life falls into place. The challenges, the setbacks, the pressure, these are not obstacles, they are the very means by which God is shaping you into the person you were always meant to be. And when you embrace this truth, when you align yourself fully with God's will, you will find that the secret code within you is not just activated, it is unleashed. As the code is revealed, you will begin to see the world with new eyes. You will no longer be bound by the limitations of the world's expectations. You will no longer seek the approval of others. You will walk confidently in the purpose that God has set before you, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. And as you walk this path, you will inspire others to do the same. You will become a beacon of light in a world that is desperately seeking truth, and your life will be a testimony to the power of living in alignment with God's plan. And when you embrace this path, when you accept the responsibility that comes with it, you will begin to see how the secret code truly works in your life. It is not about seeking validation from the world, but about embracing your unique calling and living it out with courage and conviction. The secret code is not something you seek externally, it is something you embrace internally. It is the recognition that you are meant for more, that you are not just one of the crowd, but one of God's chosen ones. This recognition will guide you as you move forward, helping you make decisions that align with God's will for your life, and helping you navigate the challenges that will come along the way. As you begin to walk in alignment with this calling, you will find that the more you embrace your purpose, the clearer it becomes. At first, it may seem like a distant whisper, a faint calling that you can barely hear. But as you lean into it, as you trust in God's timing and guidance, that whisper will grow louder, and your purpose will become clearer. The secret code that was hidden within you will be fully activated, and you will begin to see how every moment of your life, every trial, every triumph, and every loss has been part of the process of bringing you to this point. This is where true discernment comes in. It is the ability to listen to the voice of God within you, to trust that you are being led in the right direction, and to act in alignment with that guidance. Discernment is not about knowing all the answers or having everything figured out, it is about trusting that God has already equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. It is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, even if the road ahead is not always clear. This silence is not a passive state, it is an active preparation. It is in these quiet moments that you learn the art of restraint. You learn when to speak and when to remain silent. You learn when to act and when to wait. You learn when to step forward and when to hold back. The world may see your silence as weakness, as passivity, but in truth, your silence is strategy. Your restraint is not a sign of fear or doubt, it is a sign of trust in God's perfect plan. You are learning to respond to God's subtle nudges rather than reacting impulsively to the world around you. As you grow through this silence, you are also learning the responsibility that comes with your calling. You are not chosen for comfort, chosen one. You are chosen for a much greater purpose. God does not call you to a life of ease and convenience, but to a life of service, leadership, and spiritual stability. In tough times, in challenging seasons, when the world seems to be crumbling around you, you will be the one who stands firm, anchored in your faith, grounded in your purpose, and unwavering in your commitment to the divine calling on your life. While others may be swayed by the winds of circumstance, you will remain steady, because your foundation is built on something far greater than the shifting sands of the world's fleeting pleasures. You will learn that true strength does not come from being unaffected by hardship, but from enduring hardship with grace, from facing difficulties without being overwhelmed by them, from carrying burdens without being broken by them. You are being prepared to carry a heavy mantle of responsibility, chosen one, and it will require you to rise above the comfort-seeking ways of the world. God does not train his chosen ones in the same way the world trains its leaders. While the world values loud victories, quick results, and the thrill of instant gratification, God's methods are far more subtle, more deliberate, and far more effective. His training comes not in the form of booming announcements, but in the quiet, often unrecognized moments when he teaches you to trust him fully and completely. Through silence, restraint, and patience, God prepares you for the great calling that lies ahead. It is in the stillness, in the waiting, and in the moments when you are forced to step back and reflect that the divine training begins to shape you into the person he has called you to be. Silence is not absence. It is not emptiness. Silence is God's most powerful tool for shaping the hearts of his chosen ones. It is in the quiet that he teaches you to listen, really listen, not just to the world around you, but to the whispers of your own spirit, the nudging of the Holy Spirit within you. The world may push you to speak louder, act faster, and show more results, but God knows that true growth happens when you are still enough to hear His voice and follow His direction. Patience becomes your constant companion during this time. The world may urge you to hurry, to rush towards your goals, to seize success as quickly as possible, but in the silence, God teaches you that His timing is always perfect. When everything feels delayed, when you wonder why the doors seem closed, it is not because you are being punished or forgotten. It is because God is working on you, shaping you, and preparing you for something much bigger than you can imagine. When you are still, when you are patient, you are allowing God to do His work in you. You are allowing Him to refine you in the way that only He can. It is time to stop searching for the answers outside of yourself. The secret code has been within you all along, waiting for you to recognize it. It is time to stop seeking validation from the world and to start trusting the divine recognition that God has planted in your spirit. You were never meant to conform to the world's standards. You were meant to follow the path that God has laid out for you, a path that is unique, powerful, and divinely ordained. The secret code is not just a spiritual awareness, it is the key to unlocking your purpose. It is the divine recognition that you are meant for more. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were meant to walk in the fullness of who God created you to be. And as the secret code awakens within you, you will begin to see everything in a new light. The pressure, the trials, the struggles, they will no longer feel like obstacles, but opportunities for growth. You will begin to understand that every challenge was a step toward your awakening, a step toward fulfilling your divine calling. The time has come, chosen one, for you to stop searching for the code outside of yourself. It is already inside you, waiting to be activated. The pressure you are experiencing is not a sign of defeat, it is the means by which God is preparing you for something greater. The secret code is divine recognition. It is the knowing that you are not where you are meant to be, but that you are on your way. And the more you awaken to this truth, the more you will begin to see the world through the eyes of divine purpose. You are not lost. You are being activated. The world may see these moments as setbacks, failures, or signs of weakness, but God sees them as opportunities for growth, for activation, and for transformation. It is in these moments that you begin to uncover the truth about who you are and who God has called you to be. You are not failing. You are being prepared. The pressure you are feeling is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is a sign that you are on the right one. It is through these moments of pressure that you begin to awaken to the reality of the secret code within you. As the code is activated, you begin to see things differently. The struggles that once seemed insurmountable now appear as stepping stones to your purpose. The pain that once threatened to break you now becomes the very thing that strengthens you. The confusion that once clouded your mind now clears, and you begin to see the bigger picture. You are no longer reacting to life, you are responding to the divine direction that has always been within you. The secret code is no longer a distant truth, it is a present reality. And yet, even as you begin to awaken to this divine recognition, the world will continue to misunderstand you. It will continue to label you as sensitive, rebellious, or lost. But do not be swayed by these labels. They are not who you are. They are simply the world's way of trying to put you into a box that you were never meant to fit into. The world does not understand the secret code because it cannot be taught in classrooms or discovered through human wisdom. The code is a divine revelation, one that is available only to those who are willing to listen, to be still, and to trust in God's perfect timing. This is where the secret code reveals itself. It isn't some secret treasure buried deep in the earth, waiting for you to dig it up. It is already inside you, waiting to be activated. And how is this activation triggered? Through pressure. Yes, chosen one, it is through the trials, the storms, and the challenges that the secret code is awakened within you. When everything is calm and easy, there is no need for the code to surface. But when the world feels as though it is falling apart, when you feel as though you can't take another step, that is when the code begins to stir. Pressure is not a punishment. It is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. No, Pressure is the means by which God shapes you, refines you, and molds you into the person He always intended you to be. Without pressure, there would be no growth. Without challenges, there would be no awakening. The secret code cannot be activated in comfort and ease. It must be activated in the midst of trials, in the moments when everything seems uncertain, when the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear. Think back to some of your hardest seasons, the times when you felt as though you couldn't go any further, when you were stripped of everything you once thought you needed, when people left, when doors closed, and when answers didn't come as quickly as you wanted them to. Those were not empty moments. Those were the moments when the secret code was being activated. They were the moments when God was teaching you how to hear His voice in the silence, how to trust in His plan even when you couldn't see the outcome, and how to stand firm in faith without needing proof. For far too long, the world has drowned you in noise. It has tried to convince you that your dreams, your desires, and your purpose are nothing more than fleeting thoughts, distractions, or selfish ambitions. It has tried to tell you that you must chase after success the way others do, conforming to a pattern that society has set, walking a path that is well-worn and easy to follow. But this is not the path of the chosen one. You were not made to follow the crowd. You were made to walk a different road, one that is aligned with the will of God. The world calls it sensitivity. It calls it overthinking, rebellion, or being too much. But in truth, it is your spiritual awareness at work. It is the secret code stirring within you, guiding you towards something higher, something divine. While others may see your discernment as a flaw, as something that makes you stand apart or feel disconnected, it is, in fact, the very gift that aligns you with God's plan. The code that God planted within you is your ability to see beyond the surface, to hear the truth beneath the noise, and to recognize what is real in a world full of distractions and illusions. God's plan for you was never meant to be easy, and it was never meant to be understood by everyone. The secret code cannot be learned in a classroom, nor can it be explained by human reasoning. It is a divine truth that must be experienced, a journey that must be lived, and a transformation that must unfold within you. You will not find the answers in a textbook or a formula. You will find them in the deepest parts of your soul, in the quiet moments when you are alone with God, listening to the whispers of the Holy Spirit. There has always been a misconception about what the secret code truly is. People have spent lifetimes searching for something they can touch, something they can see, something they can place into a box and say, "Here it is, this is the key to unlock the mysteries of life." The world has led them to believe that the secret code is hidden in symbols, numbers, or formulas. Perhaps it's something to be deciphered like a complex conspiracy or an ancient puzzle. But, chosen one, I am here to tell you that this is not the case. The secret code is not something you must go out and find. It is not something you can locate outside of yourself. You see, the code was always within you. From the moment of your creation, before you even took your first breath, God planted it deep within your spirit. It was sewn into the very fabric of your being, waiting for the perfect moment to awaken. And that moment has arrived. This code is not external, it is not hidden in the world's distractions, nor does it exist as a physical object to be touched or understood by the natural mind. The truth is, it has always been there, whispering in the deepest corners of your soul, waiting for you to recognize it. This divine recognition is the essence of the secret code. It is the knowing that you were created for something far greater than the life you have been living. It's the awareness that you were made to rise, to fulfill a calling that only you can answer. This isn't a surface-level desire for wealth, fame, or material success, it is something much deeper. It's a longing, a pull in your heart that tells you that your purpose extends beyond the ordinary, beyond what the world has told you to be. The secret code is the key to unlocking that purpose, and it is a part of who you have always been, even before you knew your own name. So I ask you now, chosen one, to reflect deeply on what is being revealed to you. Open your spirit and let it absorb what is being said. This is not just a message, it is a divine calling. And when the calling of God reaches your heart, it demands a response. This is not a time for hesitation or delay. It is a time to declare your alignment with the divine plan. That is why I ask you to pause and take a moment to respond in faith. If you feel that your heart resonates with what is being said, if you know that you are ready to step into the divine purpose God has for you, then take a moment to act. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with others who are also ready to step into their calling. Comment 444 to declare that you are aligned with the divine mission placed on your life. Let it be known that you are ready to receive and act on the revelation that is about to unfold. The time has come, chosen one. The secret code has been revealed. And now, your response must match the urgency of this moment. For you are no longer in a season of waiting. You are in a season of action. You are no longer just observing your life pass by, you are stepping into it fully, embracing the divine calling that was meant for you. And when you step forward in faith, knowing that the secret code is activated within you, you will begin to see everything differently. The way you see your struggles, your purpose, and your relationship with God will all shift. What you once thought was confusion will become clarity. What you once thought was painful will become a lesson in strength. And what you once thought was a delay will reveal itself as divine timing. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be. Now, let us continue, and let your spirit breathe in the truth that is about to unfold. Do not be mistaken, the code that has been hidden is not a code of fear or of failure. It is not something to hold you back, or to make you question your worth. No. This code is a divine pattern, a map to your purpose, a blueprint for who you were always meant to be. It is a recognition, not a discovery. It is the awakening of something that has always been there, deep inside you. God did not hide the truth to keep it from you. He hid it to protect it, to guard it from the world until your spirit was ready to receive it. And now, at the perfect moment, it is time for you to react. The activation of the code is not optional, it is necessary. To ignore it now is to ignore the divine purpose that has been unfolding in your life all along. If you are wondering why this message is so urgent, it is because your spirit has reached the tipping point. You are standing on the edge of something great. You are no longer wandering in the darkness, wondering if you will ever find your way. The time has come for you to understand what has been happening all along. Your struggles, your doubts, your painful moments, they were all part of the process, all part of the activation of this secret code. The code was not hidden in ease or comfort. It was revealed through pressure, through trials, and through the moments when you felt as though you could go no further. But those moments were not meant to break you, they were meant to shape you. To teach you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for what is to come. Before we go deeper into the revelation of the secret code, I need you to understand something crucial. God does not speak in the ways the world speaks. He does not shout to get your attention, nor does he use force to make you listen. Instead, he speaks in whispers, in subtle nudges, in quiet revelations that only those who are truly aligned with him can hear. If you feel that stirring in your heart as you read these words, it is because you are being activated. This is a sacred message, a revelation that has been perfectly timed by the Most High. It has arrived at this exact moment because God knows that now, right now, you are ready to receive it. Not a second earlier, not a moment too late, this message is yours. If you have been feeling a pull to seek deeper understanding, if you've been feeling the weight of questions unanswered, if you've been walking through your life with a sense that there is something more, then listen carefully. The secret code, the one that has been embedded in your spirit since before you were even born, is being revealed to you. This is the time when what was once hidden is now coming into clarity. The world around you may be full of noise and distractions. The voices you hear, whether they come from people or from the media, might tell you that the answers you seek are out there somewhere. They might tell you that the secret code is something you need to search for, something buried deep in symbols, or in conspiracies, or hidden in the complex formulas of life. But this is where the world has it wrong. The truth is not something you must search for, chosen one. The secret code was never external, it was always within you. It was planted there by God before you even knew who you were. It's not something to be found in external places, but something to be remembered. This truth, this divine knowing, was written on your spirit long before you ever walked this earth. And now, it is being activated. You may not have understood it before, but the time has come. Listen carefully, for what you are about to hear is not just another passing message. It is a divine whisper designed to stir the depths of your soul, and if you have found your way here, it is because you were meant to. This message, chosen one, is not for everyone. It is not for the curious who wander aimlessly through life, nor is it for those who mock or dismiss spiritual truths. It is not even for the ones who are simply seeking a quick answer to their troubles. No, this message is for those whose hearts beat with the pulse of God's purpose, for those whose spirits have been prepared through trials and testing, for those who walk steadfastly in faith despite the challenges. If you are here, truly here, it is because you have been called. You have been set apart by God Himself, and now, at this very moment, your soul is ready to receive what you have been waiting for. It may not feel like it, but everything in your life has led you to this precise point, this divine intersection of purpose and revelation. Nothing in your life has happened by chance, and you are not here by accident. You have been divinely positioned for this moment. In the quiet corners of your spirit, you already know this to be true. You have felt it stirring in you, like a beacon calling you home, urging you to remember something you have forgotten, that you are chosen.